Good day, good citizen. Good day. Welcome. Let me tell you what I was doing just before this. I mean, literally seconds before this. There is a way, ready for this, to take calls. It can be done. It's going to be a fascinating attempt on my part to take calls, but I will do it nonetheless. And I think we could take this to the next level. How many of you nobody takes calls, but it can be done. And I have been going through a considerable amount of time listening to people try to explain to me how to do it. And there's some videos are kind of good where they say things like, "Hey guys, the guys thing." So in any event, there we have it. So to make a long story very, very, very short, can you imagine how fun that would be? Taking calls. I mean, where somebody you get to call up is a just. So anyway, that's my thing. And now I am absolutely focused on the notion of taking calls. Monumentally fascinating. Taking calls. Wow. In any event, dear friends, welcome to the show that never ends. I hope everybody is doing great. What is the number one issue today as far as you are concerned? What is the number one issue today? Right now, what is your number one? Say the thing. You pick. Whoever mentioned it first gets it. Who is it? The Great Awakening is real. Get with it. That's right. What do you think it is? Great Awakening, the New Awakening, the Is Awakening, whatever. What is the number? No call screening. None. Well, we got to watch a little bit of a. Anyway, what do you think? By the way, how's our dear friend Laura, Miss Cuck this morning? We found out that her dog was hit by a car, and we've been thinking about her all day. What do you think? Idios, DOE, absolutely. First and foremost, I think one of the most incredible things in the world for us to say is that I think I speak for all of us, I'm glad that the Department of Education awakening is over with. And when these idiots tell you, what about the school lunches? A lot of that is the Department of Agriculture. That has nothing to do with these people. Nothing whatsoever. Why do they lie? These people don't care anything about education. They only care about education if it's used to hurt President Trump. That's it. That is the beginning and the end of all of that. And I despise these people. We'll be talking about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to talk to Lionel. LOL. Jake, I don't know what that means. But that's one thing. The Tesla thing is picking up. There's other interesting things as well. So we're gonna get into this. I'm very, very excited. My mind. When I get preoccupied, I'm going to figure this thing out. We're going to take the calls. I am preoccupied, but we're going to be getting into this, and I'm going to be into this where I'm going to be with you, and I'm going to say, you know what? We're going to take your calls. Can you imagine that? Oh my God, that's where I made my bones in the old days of talk radio. I love taking calls. Most people are horrible with calls. Most people don't take calls. That's the most important thing in the world because. Well, I can tell you that in a moment. But in any event, before we get into this, before we delve deep within the depths and the abyss of the horrors of the world, let me remind you that this is the Lionel Nation Show. Make sure that you are subscribed. 87% of the people who watch are not subscribed for reasons I don't understand. Please do that. Please make sure you are subscribed. And above all, tell your friends. Have parties. Have parties together where you're sitting around throwing a few back, getting halal. In any event, tune in, listen very carefully. But now a very, very important and critical message about people, especially right now, who are in the midst of financial, straits, problems. Stay tuned, but listen to this. Listen to me. Are you drowning in debt? You're not alone. New reports show the average person is buried under $8,674 in credit card debt, with total consumer debt soaring to a staggering $104,215, including mortgages, auto loans, student loans, and credit cards. It's a financial crisis, and without a real solution, many will keep spiraling deeper. That's why I want to introduce you to a powerful secret weapon that has helped so many regain control. They specialize in consolidating all your debts into one manageable monthly payment and even negotiate a settlement so that you can pay less than you actually owe. Think about this. They've already settled over $275 million in debt. Think about that. Helping people break free in an average of just 28 months. I've personally recommended their services to friends and clients who needed a way out, and now I'm bringing it straight to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. So don't wait. Book a free consultation today, right now, at nodebtwithlionel.com. That's nodebtwithlionel.com. The link is right under the title here. It's time to take back control of your finances. Act now. Get out of debt and start living the life you deserve. My friends, I was just going through the various stories that I think are somewhat interesting. And there's a picture of Klaus Schwab and whatever. But I want to talk mostly about the good news of how the president is removing, I think, one of these fossilized remnants of something called the Department of Education. And this is something which we have talked to for forever. And one of the reasons why we must understand that the Department of Education, when it comes to public education indeed, what runs the show, you know it and I know it, is this thing called the teachers union. The teachers union. Now, unions are a wonderful thing. I'm a pro-labor person. I think labor is terrific to guarantee. Labor gave us a 40-hour work week. It took children out of these. No problem with labor at all whatsoever. But this, Randy Weingarten, these people are another story. And what we are doing right now, which is the most important thing in the world, what we are doing is we are teaching people and showing people exactly how things work. How things work and how things work fairly. That's simple. How things work. That's all we're saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in the midst, like you are, of sitting back and saying, I'm too impatient. Because the Great Awakening is here, Trump is winning, and the swamp is losing control. Chris Cox, by the way, Chris Cox says, how many more orgs will be on a terror list and arrested over the next few years? I suspect more. The swamp doesn't like losing. Try for interrupting. I don't know what that means. Thank you, though. By the way, thank you for your suggestion. Let's take what Chris is saying. What are the swamp? Is there a swamp? Yes, there is a swamp. But what do we have now? What's different? The swamp has no money. No money. It's done. It's done. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Doge knocked what $50-something million that was going to go to the World Economic Forum and Schwab. This is the most important thing in the world. This is something which is incredibly different, incredibly important, incredibly necessary to understand. It's going to be a slow process. Let me explain something to you. At what level do you think most people are? What is the swamp? What is the swamp? What is it? We talk about drain the swamp. Most people are not in the swamp. You know that, right? Most people, you know, your cousins, your neighbors, your friends, they're not in the swamp. So what is the swamp? What is it? We use it all the time. What is this phrase? What is this thing we're speaking of? What is it? Where does it exist? This is what I want to ask you. Where is it? I know that it is so important for people to try to be funny, but please, I beg you. What is the swamp that President Trump wants to drain? What is it? You're talking about crocodiles and lizards. I know you're a literalist, and I appreciate this. What is it? What are we talking about? Elites. Okay, part of it. What is it? Behind the scenes oligarchy. Okay, we're getting closer. Private equity firms. Okay. Corrupt government. I think Rick's onto something. We're getting closer. When we talk about the swamp, unelected bureaucrats, well, whatever. Some unelected bureaucrats just go to work and push papers, and they really don't do anything. Some unelected bureaucrats are good people. They work for sanitation or whatever. What is it? Deep state military industrial complex. This is important. This is good. We're getting somewhere. Come on, explain it. There's somebody right now listening. They're in a car. They're on the phone. They're saying, this is a good point. What the hell is the swamp? What is it? What is the swamp that Trump keeps talking about? Let's see what Grok says. What does Grok say? Grok is the greatest thing in the world. I love this. This is the most fantastic. Shall we say what this is? Shall we look at what this is? Because this is something which I think it's monumentally critical that we do this. Shall I give you the information? Would you like to hear it? Because it's funny how much stuff we really kind of don't know. We really don't know. But let's talk about what the swamp is. And what are these terms? When we talk about Trump's swamp, drain the swamp. Remember what he said? Build a wall, lock her. Build a wall, drain the swamp, and lock her up. These were the three. These were the imprimaturs or the calling cards. But the Trump swamp is not normally defined, and I think you're so correct. Looking at this, Dan Capobianco has something. He says politicians have been doing this for a long time. They don't have a true grasp on the everyday living live of we the people. We're getting somewhere. But as you know, we need to figure what it is we're talking about. And I'm a definitional person. I never forget one time in college, I was taking organic chemistry. Professor comes in one time and, we were pretty much up there. I think organic 3. We really knew our stuff. And he said, what's an atom versus a molecule versus a compound versus a chemical versus and we realized, oh my God. What's the difference between hate and loathe, hate and detest? What's the difference between envy and jealousy? What's the difference between further and farther? We use words all the time and we don't really understand it. But we talk about the swamp. Let's make sure we leave today and you're going to be so much smarter. You're going to just wow people with this. The swamp that Trump's talking about is not formally defined anywhere. But we know what we're talking about. It's widely understood as a reference to, this notion of drain the swamp. And I love this, drain it. It's not just, I don't want to just drain the swamp. I want to kill all the things that are in the swamp. It's not the swamp water. It's not the murky muck. It's the critters in there. And of course, Donald Trump used this during his 2016 campaign. Did you know that? His 2016 campaign. That's when we first heard it. And it was perfect. Drain the swamp. Build a wall, lock her up, drain the swamp. And what it did was, it was originally used by the greatest president in the world to signify, to denote, to identify his intention to, eliminate corruption, reduce the influence of special interests, but also reform the federal government. It was the people who were kind of there. The people who were part of another version of the deep state. What is the deep? Now we got the swamp and we got the deep state. And what I talk about is the shadow government. Oh, now you're confusing me. But he framed it, interestingly, as a pledge, as a promise. Remember this? To end once and for all, to destroy these entrenched political people that you mentioned. Some of you mentioned it. The lobbyists, the donor, you mentioned private equity, career politicians, those people who are there. You understand this? Those whom he accused of kind of rigging the system, of also saying, we're in charge. We're always going to be here. We're a permanent government. And we're going to make sure that you're never going to get away with anything that you think about. Does this make any sense? Special interest, big problems. I like that Shelby says that. Big pharma. Now we're getting, it's all a part. Special interest groups. But the swamp is more of this government. And the phrase became so connected and became part of, populist ideology. It was our frustration, our hatred. It became a rallying cry. Don't forget, build a wall, lock her up, drain the swamp. It was perfect. It was a perfect, the troika, the trio, the triumvirate. It was wonderful. JTE says, did you mean to bring attention to Oliver Stone? I don't know what you're talking about. Oliver Stone, I thank him for making people for the first time aware of the JFK conspiracy. Were it not for him, JTE, nobody would be caring about it. We still don't know anything about it, but he did more, I think. And I yes, I'm most appreciative of him. But back to the swamp. There was a dual meaning, though. We get into this. It was kind of like a different context and perspective. For his supporters, it still represents the corrupt establishment, the government, the people that he wanted, from the Chuck Schumers to the Pelosi's to the unelecteds to the people like federal judges. I love the way these federal judges are absolutely just, they're not granting just a TRO, some temporary restraining order. They're doing more. They are a part of everything. Cut Up Chatter says, it's a sea of evil activity by officials. Yes, I think it's evil, but they don't think they're evil. It's bureaucracy. It's other things. It's the people. I wish we could go and absolutely strip. Did you ever see butcher films? You know those guys with the beards and they have the hairnet for their beards, and they take a carcass and they fabricate the carcass and they cut the thing and they pull the fat off and the chine bone and the this. And you see you know what they're doing? Yes. You understand that? You see that? Yes. You're aware of that, aren't you? Yes, you're aware of that. You're aware of it. I'm aware of it. We see, yes, we see this. This is the thing which is the most important. This is the most critical. This is the thing which is so monumentally critical. The way they pull the fat and the lard and they get rid of this is the crap. That's what part of it is. To cut back and say, what are you doing here? What is the Department of Education? What do you do? What do you do? Organizations always have groups of people that represent the lard, the what am I trying to say? The goop, the goo, the sinew, the waste, the flesh, the cartilage, that's what we're talking about. That's what we are talking about. This is the most important thing in the world that I can tell you right now. This is what we're talking about, dear friends. This is our subject. And it's very, very important that you understand how we're talking about this. So what he's talking about is those people who were there. But also, when we get done, we want to see government look like nothing. It is not there to pay. It's easy. Look, think of what the mob used to do through the unions. Go in, no-show jobs. It's a piggy bank. It just sits there, ready to just have people lard on. And when the USAID folks were still involved, they had unending, seemingly interminable levels of corruption and the likes of which nobody ever even saw. Nobody saw it. It was incredible. Absolutely. I'll never forget my good friend, Harry Brown. Harry Brown was the candidate. He was the candidate for the Libertarian Party. And he was wonderful. Wonderful man. And what he did was He basically said one time to me, he said, if it was up to me, I would make Washington an absolute ghost town. We are not, there's two things you have to do. Well, a number of things. Number one, eliminate the positions. Number two, you have to put people in jail and in prison who violate the law, not who are just sloppy, not who are just wastes of flesh, but you have to put people in jail who are a waste of flesh. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? It's the most important thing in the world. If they're doing something which is more than just kind of taking up space, people, you have to make, you put it this way, you have to make federal government or government work some of the most distasteful stuff available. You have to have limited availability, very competitive, and just because you are there doesn't mean you stay there. JTE's got a hard-on for Oliver Stone, my friend. He is fixated on this, and we're going to go to him right now. He says, actually, Oliver Silverstein is his real name. Do you know who funded the JFK movie he made? Arnon Milchan, Intel. Did you know this? I did not know this. Let me see if this is Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone, real name. Oliver Stone's real name is William Oliver Stone. He is an American film director, producer, and William Oliver Stone. Now, you're going to tell me probably that, well, that's not true. His name is, what did you say his name was? Silverstein, Oliver Silverstein. And Arnon Milchan. Let's see who that is. Arnon Milchan. Arnon Milchan. Anon means immediately. Arnon Milchan, Israeli businessman and film producer. Let's see, Arnon Milchan, and let's see about this. And JFK. Arnon Milchan, an Israeli billionaire, whatever, and founder of Regency Enterprises, was involved in the production of the film JFK in 1991, which explored this. So what are you saying? Do you believe that what? What are we? Now, don't just leave us with this. You just can't say, an Israeli, an Israeli. Well, what are you saying? What is it that you are saying? Is this propaganda? Was this Israeli propaganda? Let's see what this is. Oh, I love this. We're going to get Silverstein. Let's see what this says. Is Oliver Stone Catholic? He said Oliver's father was Jewish. His French was Roman Catholic. He was raised Episcopal. His family's name was originally Silverstein. It was his father, Louis Stone, who made his decision to change it to Stone. Okay, there you go. Oliver Stone, Yale, NYU, COINTELPRO. So what I'm saying is, what are we saying? What are we saying, JTE? You must tell me, well, what does that mean? Would somebody tell me, what does that mean? Ha, 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 ha. What does that mean? Come on, JTE. Yes. What does that mean? Well, tell me, what does it mean? Tell me. Am I supposed to... what is this about? You're not going to tell me. What does it mean? Abraham Zapruder. JTE is just saying, okay. Is that it, JTE? Are you going to be our, how do I say this? Are you going to be the person who says, go ahead and they're Jewish? What does that mean? Zapruder. What does it mean? The dancing Israelis. Ben Gurion. The nuclear. What? Tell me. What does it mean? Google it. No. Tell me. No, JTE. You can't be this. You can't do this. Teach us. We want you to teach us. I'm begging you. Tell us what happened. Tell us what this means. He had the footage. Speak English. Write a sentence. What does this mean? I don't understand this. What does this mean? His father's name was Silverstein. What does it mean? I know kind of this is why people look, they think we're stupid. I'm dying to know. Tell me, was it some Jewish cabal? Some Israeli COINTELPRO? Tell me. What was it? This is where we go. This is why we look like idiots. Begging you. What does this mean? The Zapruder film was complete crap, especially after the FBI got a hold of it. What does it mean? We don't know. You see, there's a group of people out there, and I love this, and they're the ones who do like this. And I'm saying, tell me, what is it? Is it Israel? You know. No, what? Tell me. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to give you a word and let you fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks with what? Just they're Jewish. You know. No, I don't. Tell me. I'm just going to, because of the thing and the and they think that, okay, what does this mean? It's like the people who say, and don't forget, you know this one, you know all the people in the police force who were Catholic. Means Stone and Zapruder were both brilliant, I guess. But I again, this is the worst history. It doesn't mean anything. It's like one of those things. It's like the people who bring up the Masons. What about the Masons? Tell me. You know how many presidents were Masons? What about the Masons? Tell me. Jackie Mason, Pamela Mason, James Mason. What? Mason Jar, Mason Reese, Marcia Mason. What is it? They never fill you in. What is it? The Illuminati. What about them? Where are they? You mean now the Bavarian group? What? Well, you know, Skull and Bones. What about Skull and Bones? We just say things. Well, let's bring it up. I'm begging you. Just don't throw a name out there. Fill in the blanks. What is it? I don't understand. It's this thing. And maybe for the longest time, because we've lived in darkness, because we've had to talk in code for so long, you know, oh yeah. You know the thing with the, you know who's, I know who this, okay, I know. It was just, look at Wicked Felina says, it's just a coincidence, as we say in Italy. Well, I don't know. This is the one. Imagine if JTE told a kid a story. Daddy, read us a story. Okay, once upon a time, there were two, you know, what? Two, here we go. 1 minute. No, you should mock those that show you the truth. What truth? You haven't told me anything. You give me a name. Tell me what the truth is. I'm begging you. We're begging you. For the love of God, tell me what the truth is. The floor's yours. Maybe one day when we have a call-in, tell me. Tell me who's responsible. Is it a Jewish cabal? Is it the Vatican? Is it the Jesuits? Is it the Masons? Is it a 33rd degree? Is it the Illuminati? Tell me. God damn it. Tell me. What is it? What? You don't know. You don't know shit. All you know is a little bit of this and that, and all you do is you meet other people who don't know anything, and you satisfy yourself. Okay. I've been through this with the Jesuits. What? Tell me. Yeah, you went to a Jesuit. Tell me what I learned. Yeah. Venetian conspiracies. What is it? What's the swamp? That's how we started. You know. No, what is it? What does he want to drain? You know, the deep state. Well, what is the deep state? It's like the swamp. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then there are these people who just have this kind of a. I heard this the other day, and I'm all ears. Tell me about it. We were talking to somebody about, and I've got some very, very strong, as I've told you, strong feelings about the Middle East. But I love this one. You know what this is about, don't you? What is it? The Zionists. What? Oh, yeah. What do you mean? You know what I mean. You mean Jews? No. You mean Israelis? Oh, no, not really. What about the Christian Zionists? The what? The Christian Zionists. You mean eschatologically speaking? End of times? What are we talking about? Herzl? What are we talking about? You know, no, I don't know. I'm asking you. What is it? Tell me. Who are these people? The Zionists. Define them. I'm just, the people who want Israel as the homeland of the, okay, what about them? They're the ones who are responsible. Responsible for what? For all this, what? The people who want to meet, what? You mean 48? The Nakba? What? Tell me. And I guess, I don't know. There are some people who knows, at least they're able to put their suspicions to heart. I've seen the same thing. You've seen it before. No matter what it is, you get some half-baked. The DEI crowd. They don't really know enough about it. DEI. You know, but what about it? I just, you know, the diversity. Diversity is a good thing. What's diversity? You mean affirmative action? No, it's just, you mean you want to put people in there who are, no, it's, you know, just, it's better to have a lot of people who are, well, just have a lot of people. What do you want to mandate it? I don't know. You could talk to the transgender crowds. You could talk to anybody. Most people don't know what they're talking about. They know a little bit about it, and they're so used to talking to other people who agree with them, they don't even have to complete sentences. And then you realize, you know, we really don't know what the hell we're talking about. What is it that you're trying to say? Well, you know. There are these people, and I swear to you, I think the word anti-Semitism sometimes is just, it's overdone, but there are people who absolutely go batshit whenever you say, you know, he changed his name, don't you? Who? Oliver Stone. You know what that means, don't you? No. What are you talking about? What about Abraham Lincoln? And they don't go anywhere. And you end up looking so stupid because you're not able to say, look, it works like this. Everybody takes it. You know, if you told me something, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. There's another one too, which I've talked to the left. What is it that you want? Sit down with them. We'll put the Oliver Stone thing for a moment, okay? Yes or no? Do you think Oliver Stone, let me ask you this. Do you think Oliver Stone made people realize, probably more than anything else, that the lone gunman theory, since we're talking about this, didn't make sense? I believe, do you agree with me? Oliver Stone probably turned more people onto the fact that Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone. Agree or disagree? Anybody? Uh-oh, the Rothschilds. There we go. There we go. What about them? You know, the banks and the rest. Okay. Do you believe that he did more than anybody else that we can think of in current time, that he did more than anybody? Do you agree? Anybody? Absolutely. What about that, JTE? Did you agree with that? Daniel says no. No, I don't think so. What do you mean? I don't think so. I don't think so. Who is it? Joseph says, nope. I don't think that Oliver Stone did anything to make us question the official narrative. Nothing. He did nothing. Who did more? Mark Lane. Who? Mark Lane. Okay. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I already knew. NEW. Now, Daniel, this may be a hard thing to say, but we're not talking about you, Daniel. We're not talking about you. You got that? You got that? We're not talking about you. There are always people who say, well, I knew that. Daniel, the question was, do you believe that Oliver Stone did more than anybody else? Well, I knew that. Somebody before said we were talking about people being in debt. Well, I don't have a credit card. Well, you know, on CNN, I don't watch cable. It's always about me. Somehow that we're going to stop talking about, Daniel does. Oh, Daniel knew. Okay, let's forget the conversation. Well, Daniel knew about this. Are you kidding me? Seriously. You mean to tell me this was the most, there were movies in my lifetime that changed everything. The Godfather changed everything. Changed things like you cannot believe. The Godfather pretty much made organized crime as we know it. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And the other one was JFK. JFK was a holy shit. You know what else did it? The most important movie, Loose Change. Oh my God. Loose Change was the holy. You didn't know where to start with that one. It's like, oh my God. Agree? And what was Dylan Avery? What's his real name? Avery Stein. Aha! Anyway, we're going to go into that. Don't you believe so? I think Loose Change, 9/11, Oliver Stone, JFK, like nothing. And interestingly enough, believe it or not, you might want to say, which was complete and total bullshit. It's Woodward and Bernstein. They were intel'd up. I mean, but still, all the presidents meant to make people at least aware of Watergate or whatever. Because prior to that, I mean, we were pretty much into Watergate. The Godfather got rid of the mob. The Godfather made the mob 4, 5, 10 times bigger. Got rid of the mob. It made the mob more interesting. It made it more enticing. What are you talking about? Got rid of it. It made the recruitment. Who was it? They didn't, what was it, Gambino? They didn't open the books for like 20 years, and now people are going crazy. Well, you don't seek to join it. Oswald must be pardoned. You know, I know you meant that as a joke, but I understand that. Believe it or not, I personally don't believe, he's not a great person or whatever, but he most probably had no idea what was going on in there. Absolutely not. Oswaldowitz? Look up his fight. And where's he from? Russia. You know who's from Russia, right? Anyway, you think this? Look at this. You're so right. Look at this. Scott says the mob emulated The Godfather. They modeled themselves after the movie. There were more people who came out wanting to be a part of The Godfather. And somebody said here that they destroyed the mob. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? This is important. Oswald never did it. Why, Daniel? Why? Why do you say that? I don't know. I just write this stuff. Senior Executive Service. Yes. Talk to us. Senior Executive Service. What does that mean? I'm not going to tell you any more than that. SES. Jack Ruby, Jack Rubenstein. Hello. Hello. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There you go with that. What about it? Rubenstein. What? You know. What? Jack Ruby? No, I know it. Jew. He's a Jew. So, what happened? They got a Jew to shoot the guy who didn't shoot him? What? You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you? That's all I do. I just say, uh-huh, uh-huh. Jesus, Jew. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. What are you talking about? My JDR is on, but I'm telling you right now, absolutely. Do you ever say anything more? Nope. I don't know anything other than say, and I pretend with this kind of a cocky attitude of, uh-huh. And that's all as far as it goes. That's all I know. I'll just make a connection and then hope to God you can figure out something to help me know what's going on. Now, listen, there's so much to this, but don't ever go into the documentary, Bill. I imagine it. JTE, bless his heart. JTE, the secret behind the JFK, whatever. It'd be 5 minutes or 5 seconds. Oliver Stone, Jew, roll credits. That's it. That's it. Next movie. Now, I don't know about you, but I want to know. There's Ramona, Jew. She's a Jew. Ramona says, are you going to do more on the Hackman murders? Fascinating work so far. Oh, I'd love to. Hackman, Jew. I don't know. The Hackman case is unbelievable. That's one where, I don't have any answers, but that thing stinks to high heaven. Stinks. Unbelievably. I love this one. I've done it. You know who else I was on to today? Michelle Obama, Jew. Oh, yeah, Jewish. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Before she changed her name? Uh-huh. Robinson? Uh-huh. Right. Sephardic. Don't kid yourself. Okay. Her podcast is so bad, it's good. You ever watch Joe Bob Briggs? You ever watch Joe Bob Briggs? He was the precursor to that Sven Gulli. Did you ever watch Sven Gulli? Really bad stuff. And he turned me on to really bad. There's this one, I want you to watch this. There's this great Jew. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to bring JTE to the party. Jew. Anyway. I love you, JT. You know, we're just busting your balls. Jew. Probably one yourself. I'll bet you. I know how you work. It's part of the training. Anyway, there's this one thing I want to show you before I forget about it. I'm losing my mind here. I want you to see this. It is so good. It is worst movie Seagal. Steven Seagal movies are so bad. It's called Space Ice. You got to see this. Steven Seagal's worst movie ever. You've got to see this. Space Ice. Steven Seagal's Code of Honor is an incoherent mess. Some of the funniest stuff you have ever seen in your life. Raul says, I'm a born-again Jew. There you go. Ramona, he says, Sven Gulli is head and shoulders more entertaining than Michelle Obama. Oh, absolutely. Michelle Obama is just so, Do you know there are some people? Let me ask you something. If you had to sit, you're at a wedding. Now listen to me. And you had Hillary Clinton or Michelle Obama. Who do you think would be more interesting to talk to? Hillary Clinton. Hands down. Hands down. I know you hate her and everything, but she's smart. She knows how to at least pretend. Michelle Obama is entitled. Michelle Obama thinks she's gorgeous. Absolutely thinks she is, Hillary Clinton will say, no, no, no. Michelle Obama, oh my God. She thinks so. She thinks she is just. Hillary Clinton will say, I don't think that. A little bit more down there. She'll cut your throat, but still. Okay? Who do you think would be more interesting to talk to? Joe Biden before his dementia or Obama, Barack Obama? I think Joe Biden. Because Joe Biden's an old-fashioned politician. He likes dirty jokes, whatever. I heard one of the nicest people ever, one of the funniest, nicest guy is George W. Bush. W. Not Herbert Walker, but George W. There are people who just, they're just. Michelle Obama is so awful. So she sits down with that brother, you know what I mean? The brother, the brother, You know what I mean? With the brother, Anyway, they have this idea that somehow you find them fascinating. And she says some things that she tries to be kind of like AOC did in a way, where she would do things like, you have to find your best. But to find out, you don't have to fit in to understand your own talents, your own special nature. You can't let other people determine what it is Years ago, we used to sit around. I was doing stand-up one time. We were at this bar. Pilgrim, wait a minute, Pilgrim Media, Jew. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just waiting for a bus, watching the world. There you go. And we were at this bar. I was doing stand-up. We were waiting. And there was this bartender I've never seen before. And we're talking. I said, watch this. And I said, you've got siblings, don't you? Of course I do. Yeah, this is like cold reading, yes. And I said, and I would venture to say, I don't know if you're the young, it's not a big family. You most probably, you seem more like a middle child because you seem very balanced. Now you tell people what they want to hear. You're a person who does not have to necessarily tell people how great you are. You're pretty okay with yourself. But then again, there's parts of you that you doubt. There are certain parts of you that you're concerned. But deep down inside, you know you're a good person. And you want somebody to appreciate you with all of your weakness. And I'm just saying stuff that everybody thinks. And I swear to God, she was like, that's incredible. I was saying nothing. That's Michelle Obama. But about herself. She's needlessly cryptic, needlessly enigmatic, needlessly deep or attempting to be deep. She's horrible. You know who was really, let me ask you something. Who do you think would be the most interesting person to really get to know? Who do you think? Who do you think? You know who I see as not crazy, but very complicated? Megyn Kelly. Big time. Do you know why? Wait a minute. Anastasia Madani said, Jack Ruby Rubenstein. I know, we said that. We got it. Jew. Oh, he's a Jew. See, that said it. We know it. We know it. But I'm going to tell you about Megyn Kelly. Do you know why? Do you know why? Why she fascinates me? I'll tell you. But after this. You know, when it comes to comfort, support, and a good night's sleep, my friends, MyPillow has revolutionized the way millions of Americans rest their heads with unmatched quality, cutting-edge design, and a commitment to American-made excellence. MyPillow has become a household name. And now with MyPillow.com/Lionel, or using the promo code Lionel, you can unlock exclusive discounts and deals that bring comfort and savings right to your doorstep. That's right, my friend. Mike Lindell and the team in MyPillow aren't just selling pillows. They're on a mission to transform the sleep experience with a wide variety of products beyond their signature pillows. Whether you're looking for supportive adjustable pillows, luxurious Giza dream sheets, cozy towel, mattress toppers that cradle your body in comfort. MyPillow offers it all. And with their 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, you can be confident that MyPillow stands behind every product they sell. Now, why MyPillow stands out? Let me tell you, unlike generic pillows you grab off a department store shelf, MyPillow is customizable and engineered to cater to different sleep styles. Whether you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper, their patented interlocking fill technology adjusts to your specific comfort needs, keeping your neck and spine properly aligned throughout the night. No more waking up with that sore neck, no more tossing and turning, just the restful, rejuvenating, and exhilarating sleep that you deserve. And it doesn't stop at pillows. MyPillow's Giza Dream Sheets, made from the finest Egyptian cotton, offer a smooth, breathable, and luxurious feel, turning your bed into a sleep heaven. So right now, my friends, do the right thing. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. It's easy for me to say, MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel, or call 800-645-4965. Simply the best. Trust me. Now, my friends, the one that I think is going to be the most interesting is Megyn Kelly. And the reason why is simply this. Megyn Kelly, to me, and this is interesting. All right, to me it is. I know what I'm talking about. Has a sense of anger in her. An absolute, unmitigated anger. Ramona Heath says, Megyn Kelly has come full circle. Chris Cox says, how you cut to commercials is funny. Love it. I don't cut to commercials. They cut to me. You know why? You're a Jew. Just kidding. I'm going to do that to everybody. Yeah, I know what's going on. Yeah, I know. Jew. Okay. Megyn Kelly is angry. What do you think is the most important thing in the world for Megyn Kelly? What do you think Megyn Kelly wants more than anything else in the world? What do you think she wants? Come on, be honest. Ladies, what do you want? What do you think? I'll tell you what. To be beautiful. It's the most important thing in the world. You think Madame Curie felt like that? No. Megyn Kelly. Oh, God. If you said, Megyn, what would you like to be? Do you want people to say, this is the smartest woman I've ever met in my life, or she is absolutely the most, she is knocked down, drag out, gorgeous? What do you think she would say? Come on. You know why, huh? She's a Jew. I'm sorry. JT, you got to be doing that before she changed her name, right? Phyllis Shlomo. Anyway, you can see this. You can see remember when years ago you would, now the people who were less complicated, Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell just hates herself, hates everything. She's not complicated at all because there's nothing there. She's just, Kathy Griffin, not complicated at all. None. You know who else is not complicated? Joe Rogan. Not complicated. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. There's something to them. But there are other people who are very, very complicated. Really complicated. If you really want to talk about it, oh my God. Michelle Obama, angry. Hillary Clinton, sad. Sad. Hillary Clinton stories, I never made it. I never made it. I wanted so much. Okay, fine. Now, this is important. Who do you think right now is the Rosie O'Donnell stain? I know it. Look at this. Somebody says Megyn is not gorgeous. She's attractive, but her brains take her a 6 to a solid 7. I'm not going to talk about looks. I'm saying what people consider to be. Who are the people who are the most complicated to you? There are people who in the categories of stuff, let me tell you just my observation. And you can apply this to me as well. Wait a minute. Raul Rodriguez says, I had my dog circumcised because he was okay, thank you. By the way, Muslims as well. Don't forget about that. Hard hat or anteater, you make the decision. The people that I find interesting the most, some of them, and I don't watch them. I just watch a few seconds and I really can't. That are very complicated. One is Jordan Peterson. I do not understand I am fascinated, not by Jordan Peterson, but by people who find him fascinating. I'm fascinated by them, not by him. But people say, this is the most incredible thing in the world. Jordan Peterson sold out. God bless him. Radio City. Seriously. And his daughter, Michaela, watch her. She did one of the best interviews with Norman Finkelstein. She never said a word. The guy talked for like 2 hours. It's kind of like Judge Napolitano with Sergei Lavrov. You don't interrupt these people. But I'm fascinated. What is it about these people? I'm not by him, but by people who find them fascinating. Today, I heard, the guy that I listened to, I got to tell you, I get him in these little shorts, those little shorts. Victor Davis Hanson. Not first he was wearing the fedora. Okay, fine. You're Walter Winchell. He mispronounced his word to the point where I just want to call somebody up and say, "Did you hear this?" How could they hear it? I'm watching it. The Gulf of Mexico, or the Gulf or Gulf, not Gulf, like Gulf of Mexico. Drove me. Letitia James, I don't know what he called her. He believes that Donald Trump has a Queen's accent. He doesn't have a Queen's accent at all. I'm fascinated. And he's so he's a smart man, but he's so boring. I drift off. And of course, in the Peloponnesian War, there are the 5 different categories of the Gulf of Mexico. I say, what is he talking about? Somebody fill me in. The other one too, Dave Portnoy. What's that about? God bless him. Remember, I'm not saying these people aren't popular. They're very popular. God bless anybody who's popular. Anybody. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't fit in. The people that I think are the most interesting, I think are absolutely cosmically great. People don't really see it. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has this one thing that nobody else can do. Joe Rogan shows this unmitigated, absolutely off the charts fascination with life. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. Conor McGregor. I don't understand it. I don't understand. This is a horrible, horrible person. Horrible. Do you know what he's done? The Tate brothers? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, thank you for tonight. Wasn't this fun? Didn't we have fun? Who are some of the people? Tell me, just give me a name, somebody that just absolutely positively sends you off into the wild blue wander in terms of insanity. Somebody who just drives you crazy. Who are the people? Who that you just cannot? You respond so viscerally to, you can't put it into words. Who? Tell me. I'm curious. HRC, Gavin Newsom. Ramona Heath says, people are fascinated by Victor Davis Hanson and Jordan Peterson because intelligence is so rare these days. Or the apparent. Victor Davis Hanson is very, very smart, but he's an academic smart. And he knows a lot of stuff. Peloponnesian Wars, classical history. I don't think anybody even cares about this. Jordan Peterson gives you the impression about he's tapped into the human spirit, psyche, clinical psychology. He has duped you into believing this. He really has. Duped you, lulled you, lured you into believing that's true. It's not true. It just puts me, but that's okay. God bless these people. I could listen to some people forever. John Mearsheimer. Forever. He has one move. He sits in his one room. The only thing different about him, he has his shirt is different. He turns like this. He's brilliant. Absolutely. Colonel McGregor. I have tried, I don't know how many times. I'm never going to talk to him, and I realize it. He has a woman who says, he's busy. This guy's been on shows. Good Morning Dubuque. For some reason, I'm on the shit list with McGregor, but that's okay. I've always said I think he is genius. His ability to explain military and perspective. Scott Ritter, unbelievable. I mean, absolutely. They are. So, I could listen to them forever. Max Blumenthal is encyclopedic regarding what's going on. But he, of course, Joe. Rambo, Renita says, I would have liked to interview Saddam Hussein. Oh, the people that I want to meet are not the good people. I'd want to meet Hitler, him, Genghis Khan, serial killers. I think they're the most interesting people who do good things. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to Winston Churchill, George Washington. No. I want to talk to, I swear to God. I think Hitler would be the most interesting, not out of admiration, interesting like cancer is interesting. And to find out how the thing that would nobody would ever want to hear is how ordinary he was, how unremarkable he was, how unremarkable. Mao, Stalin, they say, was just a weird guy, very, very strange, but finding somebody interesting does not mean you admire them. Jesus, I think, would be the number one, just to see who shows up. Because if I said, okay, who do you want to interview? Jesus. And somebody says, well, there's no Jesus, he's not going to show up. Aha! I say that partly in jest. But I do want to see who shows up. And what manifestation of Jesus would it be? Would it be the Jesus of old? Can you imagine some Semitic guy coming in, looks like his name is Mahmoud, it's like, this is Jesus? Because no matter what you would do, you would be, and no matter what I say, people would think I'm being anti-Semitic when I'm not. I would ask the questions. Was it worth it? What was the point? I'm serious, but you can't talk about it because people will think, oh, you're making fun of it. I'm not making it. By the way, Jesus, Jew. Oh, yeah. Remember Kiki Friedman? They don't make Jews like Jesus anymore. Kick me, sweet Jesus, through the goalpost of what? I think he'd be absolutely incredible. Ty Cobb. Do you know Ty Cobb, Greg? I think it was in the New York Times. He was not the racist you heard. He was a great baseball player from a different time, but he was not what you thought. Not some of the people who would also be very boring. Can you imagine Einstein? It's like he's probably the most boring person. It's like, this is it. This is it. You know who I love listening to? Lenny Susskind. He talks about black holes. I've heard black holes. He sounds just like and looks like the great, my friend Jerry Wexler. Sounds identical. Looks like him. Looks like Jerry Wexler. Sounds like Jerry Wexler. And he's been talking about these goddamn black holes. Now, in the event horizon, let's say you're on the pad, you're in the pond, you're in the stream, and you go into the black hole. Do we lose the information? Oh, for God's sakes. Are we still talking about this goddamn black hole? Okay, you lose the information, How about Sabina Hassenfelder, Incorporated, Shamil, Sabina, you know what I'm talking about, the physician, the physicist. Hello, this is Sabina. I'm a physicist. When she says physicist, it just, the physicist. Have you seen her? She has no expression. Very popular. She talks like this. Do you know who she is? Hawking radiation. That's right, Scott. Sabina Hoppenfield. You know who I love too? A guy who's completely full of shit, who when I look at him, Eric Weinstein with the moles. You seen those ones? They're like the Schmengies. They keep moving them. He has these huge, like pimple-like, nipple-like moles. That's like, can we do something about this? Is there we become? The guy's talking. I'm thinking the mole. Robert De Niro with a mole. How did you? Barack Obama's got the mole. I zero. Aaron Neville. I can't be in the same room with the Oreo like that. I can't be in the same room. Eric Weinstein is so full of shit. I mean, he just sounds great. He sounds great, but he says nothing. Absolutely nothing. I can't listen to him anymore. You know who I can't listen to anymore? Johnny Maz. Mazaspas. Patton didn't go over well with the Jews. I don't know why he wouldn't. He was pretty damn good in liberating the world from those Nazis. But, Assunta Madonna says Megyn Kelly is a pro. Israel Kelly, yes. I mean, she's very good, but she's just believe me, I will watch stuff. I can't watch the interviews. I can't. If you ever made me hear Tim Pool, I would consider gnawing off a limb. I can't do it. I don't understand it. It's not for me. And I recognize it. Taylor Swift, I don't get it. Ariana Grande is terrific. Have you seen Lola Young? Messy? Dear God. I'm rambling now. I'm going to stop because I'm rambling. You're letting me do this. You know who did it? JTE. You did. With that Oliver Stone thing. You did it. I was on my way to discuss what's going on and you ruined it. And I love you for that. In a very strange way. All right, my friends. I love that. Love that late super chats that keep Lionel rambling. I'm tired. I've had enough. But thank you. You've been very good. Assunta, Madonna. Assunta. Allora, Assunta. Johnny Mazzaspaz. Ranita, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that nice? Ranita. Ranita, pa abajo, pete pa carajo. Ramona, you love her, Ramona Heath. Raul Rodriguez. Raul will come in, by the way. He'll come out of nowhere with a question that nobody understands. And I appreciate that. Pilgrim Media on his own channel, my friend. On his own channel. I thank you. JTE, all started with you, buddy boy. No, you should mock those. No, you should mock those that show you the truth. I don't think you meant that, but thank you. Wicked Felina. Wicked Felina. That's a Marty Roberts song, wasn't it? Paso. The Wicked Felina. Asunta Babajo. JT came in. Anyway. Thank you. Cut Up Chatter. Thank you as well. Always very, very, very lyrical in her subjects. And Chris Cox, ladies and gentlemen, incredible. The man, the mystery, he's enigmatic. And be careful how you say this. I'd like to talk with Stephen Hawkins. Stephen Hawkins, I don't know about him, but that would have been a little bit, because a lot of the answers he had programmed. I mean, what do you? God bless him, but I mean, no, not particularly. In any event, my friends, thank you so much. You have a great day. Wasn't this fun in a very weird way, in a very strange way? Wasn't this fun? I think it was. So anyway, I'm going to be working on you calling up, having phone call. Oh, imagine that! I'll be working on that ASAP. And until we meet again, my friends, remember these final words, as I end every time, reminding you to follow Mrs. L, of course, and elsewhere. But remember these words. So critical. So critical. So critical. Remember these words. Remember this. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Da.